Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joey the Veiled Cottage Witch, and this is another episode of One Card in 4 Decks. This is the series where I take the imagery of the Rider-Waite Smith deck and I compare it to 3 other decks. Sometimes they're obscure, sometimes they're streamlined, mainstream, and sometimes they're straight out of left field. So I may have one of those hidden in here today. If you're new to my channel, I am a folk witch. I am a tarot enthusiast and mentor. I am also a metaphysical practitioner and an herbalist. So, excuse me. I have been in the business of tarot for over 30 years and in the witchcraft business for about 25. And so this is kind of my second language. I really enjoy symbolism, numerology, all of that kind of stuff. And to bring it into what I love and to teach it to the world is my passion. So without further ado, let's talk tarot. The crystal for today is Labradorite. So Labradorite, oh my goodness, that is a heavy little guy. Labradorite represents illusion and discernment, and it helps you navigate through various tempting options, as you will see today, and to help you choose what truly aligns with your desires. I love that. This is one of my best friend Allie's favorite crystals. So shout out Allie, love you, sister. I hope she watches this. She has this huge piece, like this big. And whenever I see it, whenever I go to her house, I have to put my head on it and just like cleanse my third eye with it. I love it. I'm so jealous of it. So I hope she leaves it to me in her will. So that's the Labradorite that's the crystal for this card. So let's get down to it and look at the 7 of Cups. So the 7 of Cups, first of all, 7 is all about assessment. When we get to the 7s, we're kind of taking stock at where we're at. We're taking a look at things. And so you can see that very clearly in this card. But the thing about this card that people sometimes forget is it's illusion. None of this is real. It's in the clouds. It's in your mind. So don't forget that. It's all in your mind. So when emotions get high, because we know cups are for emotions, we tend to have a lot of dreams about what's going on in our emotions. So our emotions get in our dreams, right? Get in our thoughts. And we start to dream about the inevitability of what's happening in our minds, right? So here we have all of these things. You know, I could pick apart each one of these, but basically we're dreaming about riches, we're dreaming about victory, we're dreaming about, what we could have, the dangers of what we could have, the unknown, because we don't know what could happen. We're lost and confused. And so we have dreams about all of those things, right? So that's what's happening. And you see how he's in the shadows? This is, again, the unknown. he does not know what's going to happen. So that's why he's in the shadows. That's why I think that he's in the shadows. So he really doesn't know what's going to happen. He just knows all these possibilities are indeed possibilities. So that is basically, in a nutshell, the Seven of Cups in the Rider-Waite imagery. I am going to, speaking of all the cups, I'm going to have a cup of tea. This is my fuck off pain tea. P.S. It's delicious and on my website. That is so good. Okay. So now I have a new deck. I made a post on YouTube yesterday saying that I wasn't feeling well, but that I had some surprises up my sleeve, that I had some lovely people in my life that were donating to the cause. And this was donated by my friend Megan. Thank you, Megan, for your donations. This is the Earth Woman Tarot. I love it, and I'm probably going to purchase it. She said I could play with it for the series. She's watching. She's catching up. And so let's take a look at the Earth Woman Tarot. Look how dreamy this card is. The first thing that caught my eye is this dreamy sunset. I love it. Second of all, she's in the water. Cups come from water, right? That's what they resemble. That's what they represent, right? So how appropriate was that? And now let's look at these cups in comparison to these. Well, they're in the sky, right? They're not necessarily in, well, they are in clouds. You can barely see them, right? But we've got crystals and flowers and fire and a rainbow and a skull, just like kind of these have. But she is not like this guy. She's kind of reveling in it. She's not like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I have to make this decision, like this dude. She's like, any of these will be fine. I'll take them all. She's just embracing. That's a good word. She's embracing them. She's like, I'll take one of each. Thank you. And, she's not fretting about it. She's reveling in it. And I love that. She's just, yes, please, one of each. And, instead of getting this overwhelming, I have to make a decision, what am I going to do about it, feeling, she's just, these are all the things that could happen. And she's an open heart position. She's ready for whatever. She's like, hit me with your best shot, universe. I got this. And I love that about this. And I want to make a call back. If you guys remember when we went through the wands, and remember the three pyramids that we saw in the wands that represented the spiritual attainment, even though that was in the Rider-Waite, she's got it here. Maybe that's why she's so open. It's a theory. She's obviously spiritually connected. She's unafraid. She's ready for it. I love this card. Love this card. And I love that comparison. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now let's go to one of my favorite MJ Cuillinane cards or decks. This is the Raven's Dream Tarot. I think one of the reasons I love this deck so much is I just noticed is because how I'm tactile is the way it feels. It has this rose petal finish, you guys. It's like matte, and the texture of it is so wonderful. I just like stopped and I was like, hey, that feels like different than all the rest of her decks. So had to point that out. So here we have the Seven of Cups in the Raven's Dream Tarot. Wow. Okay, I love the baubles. So instead of in the cups, she has them hanging down here. And the raven's just looking at them, but look at this beautiful moon. And we have this beautiful tree. It looks like maybe a peach or an apple tree. But what I really love, look at these dandelions in bloom here. These are like wishes. I don't know about you, but I see dandelion blooms and they're wishes to me because I pick them and I blow them and I make wishes on them. I hope you do the same because they're missed opportunities if not. Everything is magic. So this is such a magical scene. It's like, here are your wishes. They could grow, fueled by the moon, and these are all your possibilities. It's so magical. I love this. You know, they're still illusionary because we've got the clouds, you know, but they have a very real possibility, because we have the tree, to grow into manifestation, right? I see this as dreams coming true to fruition. And I just love that. I just love that. I could stare at this all day. This is why I love collage art and collage decks, because every time you look at a collage deck, you see something new. And that's kind of the point, I think, of collage decks. I'm going to try not to spill any tea on this beautiful deck. Is the artwork is so layered that you do discover something new every time. Oh, here we go. I just noticed. Looks like these are like larks flying around this tree. Huh. Didn't notice that. Just noticed. See? There you go. But yeah, your dreams can come to manifestation. Your wishes can turn into fruition. Beautiful. Love that. Okay. And last, we have the Antique Anatomy Tarot. Remember, this is my Marseille deck that I don't bring out very often. But boy, is this a doozy. This is deep, you guys, and I love it. Okay. I have to take off my glasses because I have to read. This is amazing because I really got to looking really hard at this card, trying to figure out what on earth this meant. Okay, If you look really closely, you see it says apothecary. All of them say apothecary, okay? And each one of them has a different symbol, like the brain, the skull, the chest, the foot. Some are disguised by flowers. So this one says hand, but you can't really see all of them. But it says, hold on. It says, take one vial. Hold on. Maybe I have to put my glasses back on to see this. Do not mix. Take one vial. Do not mix. So that means you can only have one. So, so that means you either, you take the one for the brain, or you take, the one for the chest, you take the one for the foot, but you can only choose one. So when I put these against all of the other cards, that makes perfect sense. Am I right? It's a choice. It requires discernment, right? There's no clouds, but there's beautiful flowers. Looks like carnations, I believe. I love the kind of inside jokes that these cards in particular have, because you really got to pay attention to these antique anatomy cards, because at first glance you're not going to get it. You got to study these cards and you're like, oh, okay. You can't mix them. You can only choose one. Okay. So I like that, because it's kind of just like these. You can't have the rainbow and the castle and the flowers and the crystal and the fire. You can only have one of these. So there's your choices, your dilemma, right? And because the flowers only cover certain things, there's your illusion, right? So clever. So clever. Claire Goodchild, you are an amazing writer. She also has a book, by the way. I need to find out what the name of the book is, because my friend recommended it. I'm like, what? She has a book? Yeah. If anyone does not have this deck and has been shying away from the Marseille style of tarot, get this tarot deck. I promise you, you will love it. So that was the Seven of Cups from the Rider-Waite Smith, the Earth Woman Tarot, the Raven's Dream Tarot, and the Seven of Elixirs from the Antique Anatomy Tarot. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope that was helpful in understanding the Seven of Cups in general, and maybe kind of moving beyond that basic imagery. I hope you enjoyed it. You can please like if you enjoyed. Please subscribe and share with your friends if you think that they'd enjoy this. You can also go to my website. I'll have it across the screen. If you'd like to book a reading, if you'd like to book a service or a class. And you can also purchase my herbal products. Just make sure when you go to checkout, to hit that code word veiled, all caps, to get free shipping on anywhere in the US. And as always, live your best life and live for yourself. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.